Welcome back. I'm Jack Lepiars, and today we're going to be continuing reading My Immortal, widely panned as the worst fan fiction ever written. For those of you who may have missed the first sections, we have them still on the YouTube channel. It's, well, for lack of a better term, a fan fiction about Hogwarts in which just about everyone is now a vampire, and it's dripping with emo references to the early 2000s. So, here we are, picking up with Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Okay, sut up. Prove, with two O's of course, to me your nut preps. Raven, you suck. You duck and bish. Gimme back my duckision. Susie, you're supposed to writ this. As established earlier, anytime I laugh, I will be drinking. Raven, WTF, you bish, you're supposed to dotus. BTW fangs to Brittany 5655 for the Tekken Majapnes. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There, we saw the stage where GC, Good Charlotte, of course, had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing, Helena? I think it's Helena. I was so ducking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection. But it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other, one word. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red-ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. Not okay, Gerard. That's not safe. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was ... comma ... Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR. You know how much I lick them. Cheers. What? 'Cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably with an eye, 'cause guys don't like to talk about you-know-what. Yeah, 'cause we, I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort. Ooh. OMFGWTF /. Are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Ennaby. Forgot that it's Ennaby and not Ebony. Ennaby, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing "The World is Black" by GC to me. Good Charlotte, of course. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the Lurks just for me. Okay, then. I guess I will have to, I said. And then we Frenched for a while. And I went up to my room. This is so bad. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, she said. She speaks Japanese. So do I. That meant, how do you do in Japanese? BTW, Willow, that ducking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Author's note, Raven, you duck and suck, duck you. Serves that duck and bish right, I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, where did Voldemort go in all of this? Anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too. Kauai, Bloody Mare, shook her head energetically. Oh, yeah. Oh, have a confession after she got expelled. I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac? Oh, my God. Kauai, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. I have not read this before. I have never made it this far. Holy duck. Oh, hey, BTW. I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear, like, the hot set outfit ever. EVA, all caps. Bloody Mary nodded. In SpongeBob upper and lowercase, energetically. Oh, MFG, totally. Let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snaped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Told you about them, I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me or me. Vampire, by the way, is Harry Potter. I think Bloody Mary is Hermione. I think Diablo might be Ron Weasley. I don't remember. They all turned into vampires, so whatever. So who told you about them? Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms. OMFFG, Dumbledore, I asked quietly, even though it's in all caps. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. She told me, come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was like, OMG, hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We have these only for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a Gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. Oh, MFG, no, they're going to spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room, wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh, my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said his Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm going to give it to you free, because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am, actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW. My name's Ebandi Darkness Dementia Terra Way. What's yours? Oh, because she changed it away from Raven because she's mad at her friend Raven. So it's Ebony Darkness Dementia Terra Way, no longer Raven Way. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said and ran a hand through his black-dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I am going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebandi, you need ought get back into the castle now. End of chapter 16. Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop flimming destroyo this story. If you're a prep, then do not reread it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then Duke off. Piz Willow isn't P.S. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please Do this, I'll promise to give you back your poster. Chapter 17. Author's note. I said, stop flimming distrio. If you're a prep, then didn't read it. Read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then duke off. P.S. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your poster. Chapter 17. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to, that's poor spelling, come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily. Duck off, you ducking with a J in there, bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, Bish, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, 'cause Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood-red lace on it and a black blood-red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. So are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diablo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diablo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were hot too. Diablo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic, wow, they actually spelled gothic right, gothic black GC, good Charlotte, of course, t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower. The Warped Tower. You know, that's probably what the Warped Tour would be in Harry Potter world. Oh, bad spelling. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. So there's your Neville Longbottom. They died in a car crash, maybe. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy-Benz. Get it? Because we're gothic. Oh, my God. That his dad, Lucian, gave him. We did drugs. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid ducking preps. We got there soon. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long, raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny, and he had an amazing ethnic voice. I don't know that's... We moshed to Helena and some otter songs. Otter songs. I mean, it's MCR. They are otter. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly. But then he took out his knife. Who needs an elder wand when you've got a wife? Suddenly, a Gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. An old man is wearing an Avril Lavigne cloak. He shouted a spell, and Voldemort ran away. It was lots of dots. Dumbledore. End of chapter 17. Thank God. Chapter 18. Author's note. I said, stop flamming. If you do, then you're a duck in prep. Fangs to Raven for to help and stuff. You rock, are okay, of course. And you're not a prep. Fangs for my suitor. P.S. De udder Eason Dumbledore swore is 'cause he trin to be Gothic, so der. Chapter 18. I woke up the next day in my coffin. How? Feel like we missed some important exposition there, some important scenes. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, bloodbed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it, skull, 'cause I'm Gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms, and we had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. You know, that's the most believable thing I've heard in this entire story, which is that it only took one song for that to happen. Teenagers. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. There were all the walls were painted black, and the tables were black too, but you could see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather miniskirt with a good Shreloot t-shirt. Should have just stuck with GC. Black fishnets and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long Gothic black dress with blood-red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We all started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so ducking hot, Navel was saying, as suddenly a Gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore? We all gasped. I'm sorry, I was thrown off. They actually spelled Dumbledore correctly. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. What a ducking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way, like Gerard. It's so bad. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so ducking angry. End of chapter 18.